Peace, love, and light, Virgo, Libra, Cusp Collective. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cusp of Roses Tarot for your Aries season love reading. I am super excited to bring this reading to you guys. I hope all is well and this video is finding you safe and hopefully in good health. If you are not in good health right now watching this video, I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much healing and strength and the courage to get through whatever you got going on and for a speedy recovery, okay? Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions. They truly do mean the world to me. Thank you for helping me build such an awesome community here on YouTube. So for those who are new, I do start off every reading with a quick prayer. It's an opportunity for you to ground your energy, for me to ground my energy, for us to be grounded together so that I can receive the most important messages and resonate with the most important messages for you, and then you can resonate with those messages for yourself, okay? So I will go ahead and get into the prayer. We'll talk about the energies that I'm feeling, and then we're going to keep going with that. It's kind of split. Oh, how do I want to call it? What kind of spread do I want to call that? Triangle spread? I don't know, but basically just the balance spread where I will pull one energy for the Virgo vibration, one energy for the Libra vibration, and then one for the center vibration. So you will resonate if you are balanced, and even if you just resonate with the Virgo or just with the Libra or all three, it's a good way for you to kind of gauge your own energy and use your own intuition, okay? So remember that tarot is just a tool to sharpen your own intuition. These videos are general. They are not meant to resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you or you start to feel a little triggered by what I'm saying, please feel free to just pause the video, go watch something else, go get in a better, vibration or raise your vibration or, heal whatever's coming up and then come on back, okay? If you want to. If you don't, that's all right too. But thank you for just all of your comments and letting me know, what resonates with you. And it's very helpful. It's very helpful for me, and it kind of is a good guide. But thank you again. I just feel really grateful. I don't know if you guys are in a lot of gratitude as well, but the energy feels good. So let's go ahead and do your prayer, and then we'll get to the reading, okay? If you have any affirmations, mantras, meditations, and that you like to practice, say, or do, go ahead and do so while I pray. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters of Light, my own divine ancestral council, and all archangels, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for being with the collective, especially the Virgo, Libra, Cuspers for this particular reading. Thank you for allowing us to connect in this moment in time and for allowing me to be a clear channel to bring forth the most important messages of love, healing, truth, and light for the overall personal development, ascension, prosperity, and growth of the Virgo Libra Cusp Collective, particularly for Aries season for this reading. We are so grateful, ancestors, that you are with us all the time, guiding us, talking to us, allowing us to learn what we need to learn, to be who we need to be in this lifetime. We're so grateful for your covering and your protection, for keeping us safe, our minds, our bodies, and our souls safe. We are so grateful for that love, for that protection, all of the grace and the light that you give us to conquer each day and face whatever twists and turns may come with joy and love and peace in our heart, minds, and souls. And we are grateful and thankful, and so it is. All right. So a lot of that body, mind, soul kind of energy coming up. Verbers, you might be feeling really aligned in this moment in time. I don't know if whatever situation you are in as far as quarantining goes, maybe that's giving you some chance to catch up on some sleep, think about some things that maybe you've put on the back burner. It feels very much so aligned. Thank you, Spirit. Very aligned. Also feeling a lot in your solar plexus. So you might be revamping very soon. Yeah, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. You may be doing a lot of manifestation at this time. You are the cusp of beauty, so maybe you are revamping your style, your look, your essence, maybe realigning with some parts of yourself that maybe laid a little dormant, or has been a little dormant, I'm kind of getting. So, and that could just be dormant because it's from a past life. It could be dormant because you just haven't activated it this life, or, it's something like that. Yeah, codependency, new love. Oh, yeah. Dormant because of a codependency, and you got some new love energy coming in. Okay, so, deception in past life relationship. Interesting. Someone's wearing a false mask and it's past life. Yeah, exactly. So like I was saying, like aligning with some old parts of yourself, which I think is maybe you doing some inner work with maybe parts of yourself that have been wearing a mask, or that have been trying to maybe not see something all the way clearly or feel something out all the way clearly, but it's like you're reconciling that. You're doing that work to go within, find that part of yourself, meet it, introduce it to all the other parts. Like I feel like I kind of see that, like you within, with all the different layers of you, getting them all aligned and together and introduced to one another. So it's pretty good. Flirt. Yeah. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yeah. This is definitely some inner child work, which is very beautiful. And I think you're conquering, and you're going to be more maybe even inspired to conquer. Okay. For Aries season. Thank you so much. Ancestors, what's the Virgo energy? Oh, okay. So 2 wanted to come out. We got unrequited love. Okay. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, but then you got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I'm going to take both of those as the Virgo energy. I'm kind of feeling with this is there may be, right, unrequited love, like I said, finding those parts within yourself that maybe have been wearing a mask, or maybe that you've neglected a little bit, and making the effort to love them back. So parts of yourself that have been unrequited. So traits, things. So if like you have, for example, if you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to stop smoking cigarettes or something like that, right? Like, I really hate that I do that. Or like you have a habit or something about you that you're wanting to change and make the effort towards, but the effort is love, needing to love a new part of yourself. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, this feels really familiar, but the words weren't coming to me. This is you integrating your shadow. This is you integrating some parts of your shadow, some parts of you that were unrequited, or that felt unrequited, or that you weren't paying attention to, right? This feels very internal. Virgo, I think you are taking this kind of quarantine, this, enlightenment that people are starting to see. Oh, wow, we really have been overusing our resources, and, not fully transitioning into the technology that we do have to keep us all healthy, to keep us all safe, right? To keep us in the healthier, or you know what? It's even for humanity. I'm seeing that too, Virgo. That Virgo energy is really pulling you in and dissecting humanity right now, and the humanity within you, right? Like if we as a society have been neglecting all of these parts, right? Well, what have I been neglecting within myself? That's the mentality I feel your Virgo energy is taking on, and trying to ground through, which I think is awesome for this time period. So kudos to y'all. Thank you so much, Spirit. Where is the Libra energy for Aries season? Yeah, reconciliation. So needing to find some sort of balance, like I said, reconciling with parts of yourself. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Again, this could be something from your past, an old action or an old habit. A lot of folks are facing things and realizing addictions or, that type of behavior because they're having to kind of sit with themselves. So reconciling with those parts of you that are addictive, or reconciling with those parts of you that are maybe even indecisive, or reconciling with those parts of you that, like I said, that feel unrequited or that you look at as unrequited. Doing a little bit of work on that, which is really awesome. Really, really awesome. Yeah, and then what's the center, the balance energy for Virgo Libra? What's the Virgo Libra balance? Release your ex. Exactly. Release your expectations. Release your experiences. Release your past. Release your contracts. Release things that have, yeah, it's like you're growing out of. Wow. Ooh. Oh. Growing old and growing out of and shedding skin is the verbiage that Spirit just gave me. Growing out of, growing old, growing out of, and shedding skin. And it's like I feel like this is kind of like even expectations of yourself. So like, yeah, Virgo Libras, you could definitely be, you could have the tendency to be a little harsh on yourself, a harsh judge of your own actions, a harsh judge of your own thoughts, a harsh judge of your own feelings. Spirit's wanting you to release that energy and that attention and make effort not coming from a judgmental place, but coming from a place of love, coming from a place of it's only unrequited love, or I only feel rejected, or I only feel like, uncomfortable because I'm not looking at it in the right way. That I'm not bringing this kind of reconciliation energy to that facet or part of myself. This feels very much like a self-reflective reading, Verbas, okay? Yeah, and then you got retreat, like I said. It's time to disconnect from the world. You've already done that. That's why it's in the shadow at the bottom of the deck. You've already disconnected kind of from the world, gone within to look within yourself, figure out what parts of me, right? And they're really pulling me back to this whole kind of like scaling thing. Your Virgo energy is doing a really nice job of scaling what's happening in the globe with this pandemic to your personal life, right? So, if we're, like I said, if we're neglecting the resources or improperly using the resources we have, well, how am I improperly using the resources in my life, right? How am I contributing to that lack of attention or that lack of effort towards this great love, towards the universe, towards the earth, right? Towards our collective energy as a human race, right? Like, I think you guys are doing a really awesome job of that. And what your Libra energy is doing is reconciling those things. So kind of coming in between or coming up to those unrequited love moments and deciding what is the effort that needs to be made in order to balance this out. And what is that effort is releasing. So my Verbas, you might have been holding on to a lot of things from your past, a lot of experiences from your past that felt unrequited, and you're being called to make an effort to make those things, or to reposition yourself to look at those situations as not unrequited but full of love, right? That they were all just in an effort to get you to that greater love, to get you to that perfect match, to get you to that perfect opportunity. I kind of had to go through these unrequited situations or feel these unrequited feelings towards yourself in order to finally get the motivation to make the effort in a way that's coming for peace. And I think that maybe, Verbas, you were gearing up for war, where Spirit's like, no, it's not a fight. It's more of a release and kind of a surrender rather than a fight. And I think that that's the transition you're kind of in right now, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, Verbas. Really cool energy. Really, really cool energy. So yeah, that's why your solar plexus is really flaring out, because that's where that will to change is coming from, where that will and that vitality and that energy, that manipura, right? Really getting deep into that to kind of shine you and pull you forward and make movement forward to release. That is another a very huge release zone, right? Our gut, our stomach area. So you may be feeling like, going through a lot with your stomach right now, or you might start going through a lot with your stomach in Aries season, but just know, like, get some ginger candy or some ginger tea. That'll help your solar plexus kind of calm down and stay smooth and stay stable. Also, check out any of my chakra meditations. I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add some more of them. I've come across some cool ones, but do some of those with your solar plexus, and that'll definitely help. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look a little deeper. What's this unrequited love and make the effort, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. 3 of Pentacles, making the effort, putting in that work, learning a new skill, going back to the drawing board. This is also almost kind of being an expert at it. Like I said, this is you taking that macro situation of this pandemic and pulling it into size, into a micro version for your own life and your own self, getting down into the little nitty-gritty details of that, which is awesome. Anything else for unrequited love and make the effort? Yeah, a Knight of Cups. And it's reviewing and going and working on offering love to yourself, right? Like allowing you, like what I love about this particular Knight of Cups, like you see how this cup is kind of still close to their chest. It's not really being offered to anyone. It's still kind of being held in. So I feel like it's like important to make sure that you can also sip from this cup. And I think Virgos, what you might start cycling through are these moments and these beginnings and maybe these collaborations, because the Three of Pentacles is also about collaborations and relationships, although it is just one person. But this could also be reflected in your work, right? Where maybe you have worked yourself to a point of unrequited love, right? Like you're maybe, it could be like if it's career. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Because I was like, why are you looping me through that? Okay. Please keep in mind, Virgos, and for all my newbies watching, that love energy is not just romantic love. It could be platonic love in the form of friends or family. It could be career. It could be finances, okay? So if I start talking about stuff like that, that's what I'm picking up, but you can apply anything that I'm saying to any of those categories, even romantic love if I'm talking about career, right? You know yourself better than any reader. This is just an opportunity for you to sharpen your own intuition, all right? What we got here? But yeah, I definitely feel like this might be a career where you so like with this whole quarantine and everything being down, you, with this downtime, or maybe even, let's say, unfortunately, let's say you got laid off or, you know, had to take a temporary leave, you're realizing that what you've been working for is unrequited, that you don't really enjoy that career, you don't really want that job, or you don't, you know, it's almost like it was like a blessing in disguise. And now you've been given this kind of downtime while we all are in quarantine to make the effort towards something that actually matches your passion or that you actually care for. That's what I'm getting. Like there's a lot of care in this cup. There's a lot of attention. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of emotion, but it's needing to make the effort towards that, like what brings you passion. And I think a lot of that is going to be, that cup is going to be poured back into you so you can make those moves. Okay, what's the overall for unrequited love and make the effort? Yeah, yep, like I said, you're going to be making those plans and making those moves, planting those seeds. This is that business investment, looking out and seeing like, okay, this is what I've grown so far, right? This could even be, this could even be someone maybe even looking at like an investment portfolio, or maybe you're looking at your retirement or some sort of money saved or money that you've been growing. And I'm getting like taking the risk to go out on your own, maybe even to start your own business, to start some sort of adventure, or even just invest in other businesses. Like this downtime is really giving you more ideas about how else you could grow. Now it's like, yes, this person isn't paying attention to these pentacles. They're looking out, and it's like you're looking for new fertile land to expand these pentacles, to keep this bush growing. Okay. Yeah. This is also, I'm looking at these pentacles as like time. You could have spent like 7 years at a job. If this was a relationship, 7 years with a person. It could have been 7 years ago, whatever the case may be. But ultimately, it's kind of like you're doing the work to shift whatever perception you have on whatever unrequited love was in the past, or whatever unrequited love you have for self, or maybe even for others. And you're making the effort that you're being guided to take, right? Making the effort to plant new seeds of love, to give more attention and more affection to those either parts of you, to this person, right? Or just to the memory of it. This is also time, because this person isn't looking, so it's kind of like this is already bloomed, this is already blossomed, we've already put in this time, but there's something else out on the horizon where you're wanting to go. So yeah, this could be like, again, like with career, like I was saying, you could have spent 7 years at a job. Now this whole quarantine thing happens. You maybe lose your job, or you get temporarily laid off, or you can't work as much as you used to. And you're realizing, oh, I didn't even really like that job. That's why you're looking away. Like, I didn't even really like what I was committed to, right? It was unrequited love. I had unrequited love for it, right? Or I'm not really attracted to that career position or that opportunity anymore, right? So ultimately, you're going to be taking your attention, this cup of care, you're going to be taking that somewhere else and making the effort somewhere else, okay, Virgos? or those that resonate with that Virgo energy, okay? That's where your Virgo energy is at. Let's look into your Libra energy. Thank you so much, ancestors. Ooh, reconciliation for the Fool energy. Aries, yeah. This is a season of new beginnings for you, Virgo. This is going to be so awesome. I'm definitely getting heavy, heavy work, heavy, heavy opportunities. So I don't know, Virgos, you might be seeing an opportunity to kind of make the best out of the situation that you're in and align yourself in a way where you are this Knight of Cups, where you can give passionately to something and invest passionately into something and make an effort towards something that is a great love of yours. So like this would be that moment if you're like, you know, I've always wanted to have a music school, or I've always wanted to teach, or I've always wanted to, you know, do hair or cook, or, you know, do something like that. I think a lot of you guys are going to be setting yourselves up to maneuver into this new beginning and reconcile with a part of you that I feel like you haven't necessarily, someone from your past is returning to your life. Like I said, that could be parts of you returning in this present moment. So like, again, let's say you grew up as a child, you always wanted to be a chef, right? But then you were like, no, you went into engineering rather. And now you've spent 7 years at this engineering job. You realize, I don't really have a passion for this. I really don't have a love for it. I want to do something new. I want to go after something I'm passionate for, something that I can co-collaborate with energetically with this Three of Pentacles, right? Or something that's going to be worth my time and my effort and my attention with the Three of Pentacles, and something that I actually want to readily and I'm open to readily give to, okay? You're going to be aligning that, and that's going to bring about a new beginning for you. That's so exciting. What else do you have for reconciliation? Ooh, yep. 10 of Swords. Ending it. Ending any sort of, this is almost just kind of like the worst. The 10 of Swords is like, it's the worst that it can get. Swords is mental energy, right? So I feel like Virgo's, as Aries season kind of blooms and kind of blossoms and grows, and we grow stronger in it. Because I don't think the sun is even going to get in the constellation of Aries until like the beginning of April. So we're still kind of under Piscean energy, but for Aries season, you're going to be feeling this Fool energy. You're going to be wanting to make peace and say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to make peace with all these swords in the past. Like, look at how beautiful this is, Virgos. Look at that. It's like you're walking away. Like, you're literally being like, okay, that was my old life. That old life is dead and gone, and now I'm entering a new one. I'm reconciling with something new. I'm bringing in some sort of new energy from my past, or I'm going to really follow my passions, right? I'm not going to stay stuck in something that's stagnant, something that is dead. I'm going to go for something that actually brings me joy. Like, even just look at the energetic difference. All this beautiful yellow, and you see what I'm saying? It's bright, and this is kind of dark, snowy, cold. All right, so you're leaving all of that energy behind, and that is your final judgment. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, this is my answer prayer card. This is blessings coming down. This is that point right before the world, right? So we know that the major arcana in tarot describes or depicts a spiritual journey from the Fool. Fresh new beginnings, 0, right? To 20, well, it's 21, which would be the world. This is 20. So this is when the divine comes down with the judgmental fire, universal fire, and calls to order the 3, right? The power of 3. You got the masculine energy, the feminine, and the inner child, right? That we all have within us. Our own triad, our own triangle, our own trinity, right? Mind, body, soul. That becomes judgment. That gets judgment on, and you make the judgment call, and Spirit's like agreeing that yes, you're going to reconcile with this old passion of yours. Yes, that dream of being a fashion designer or a ceramics maker, or you know what I'm saying, or something. That is where we're repositioning you, and I think Spirit's like, yeah, that's a go. So whatever you feel like you need to walk away from in this season, Aries season, especially as we get into April, trust that, okay? Trust that. Talk with your guides. Make sure you're getting that divine call, right? and that okay to go, but it definitely feels positive. And look, there's so much yellow out here, your solar plexus. Yeah. You're gonna need to be grounded in your solar plexus. You're gonna need that energy to be moving freely in order to really make this transformation happen, okay? All right, Virgos, let's look in this central energy for my balance. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time to clear your energy. Ooh, oh, Spirit. I just got the chills. It's time to clear your energy of lack. Like, it's almost, okay. Whoa. Okay, there's so much coming in. Okay, it's almost kind of like Virgos. Some of you have been working very hard, and I can feel it. I can feel it through my solar plexus. Work just shining and beaming. And you kind of have been in this, like, when is it going to be my turn to be settled? When is it going to be my turn to be balanced? When is it going to be my turn to be in a position to give? Because you got to understand, too, the next after this is the 6 of Pentacles, and then you go to the 7 of Pentacles, right? So with the 6 of Pentacles, that's being at a balanced place where you can give and receive, right? You receive and you have enough left over to actually give. With the 5 of Pentacles, you are in need. You need something, but you're not in that position to give. It's not being in that position to give. And I think that time frame, because Pentacles is time for me, that cycle, that time, I love how that's in a circle too. Why am I just noticing that's a circle? Circles talk about completion. So yeah, you're completing this cycle of feeling like you don't have anything to give, or feeling needy, or feeling like you can't do it without someone or something. It's like releasing that need or that mindset of not being abundant and not having enough. And what you're reconciling with is that timeline, that path. This is like also timelines for me as a reader. It's becoming very clear. The Fool energy denotes a new timeline. You're embarking on a new timeline away from this 5 of Pentacles energy, okay? And that's what you need to release. Release this feeling of like not feeling like you can do it. Release this feeling of it's almost like I'm just getting this kind of sense of like, yeah, it's like, and it's coming from a very positive place. I feel like Virgos, you desperately want to be in a position to give to others, which is beautiful. Like, I sense that. You definitely want to get into a position to give to others, and it's almost kind of like you're in this karmic cycle maybe of poverty, or you're trying to break the karmic cycle of poverty. You could be doing a lot of generational clearing, Virgos, sending you a lot of love, light, and strength and courage on that journey, because that's no easy feat. But it looks like you're gonna be successful at it. Let's see. Yeah. What? Wow, Spirit. And boom. The World. What did I say? Judgment. First comes the Fool. New timeline, new beginning, new start, new life, new fresh path. You go through all, then you get to Judgment, right? All the work that you've done. What have you gained? What have you learned? Okay, this is good, positive, reconciliation, okay? So you've earned some sort of reconciliation with a part of yourself or a timeline that brings in some sort of abundance. And what did I say? The World ends it all. So you got the beginning and the end in this reading. Very beautiful. Like I said, you'll be successful at completing this cycle. Done. Releasing this. You're releasing this mentality, this identity. Ooh, wow. This identity of being lackluster, of being under par, of being, not worthy. This deep sense of unworthiness. And that could be a lot of that inner child work that you've done. Where is this sense of low self-esteem maybe, or just not feeling like worthy of success, or maybe even afraid of success, right? Because the World is completion. The World is the universe has your back. The World is having all 4 corners on your side, okay? The World is having all of this fixed energy. It's fixed. It's permanent. When the World comes, you conquer something permanently, meaning that this poverty consciousness is not coming back. You're releasing it for good. Virgos, I am so proud of you. Absolutely phenomenal. That's amazing. Like, that's worth celebrating. Like, I almost want to jump up and down because, like, do you know, like, just how freeing getting out of this is? And then to have the world you completed, meaning it's not coming back. It's not coming back. It's not like justice where, yes, it can come in, but then, you know, you could tip the scales, because that's a new thing for me too as a reader with the justice card. The world, this is fixed energy. You're done with that. You're releasing this. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, karmic cycle of poverty. That is so beautiful. Yeah, you successfully broke that. You did. If for those who identify with that and you're on that journey, you're doing it. Congratulations. That's so awesome. What's the overall for release? Yeah. And moving into abundance, the 3 of Cups. Moving into celebration. Did I not just say I felt like celebrating? Wow. I felt like celebrating. I felt that, like my heart chakra was like, whoa, like wanted to jump up and down and wanted my body to move. This is movement. This is you being able to share. This is you, like I said, you want to get to that 6 of Pentacles where you can be abundant to share with family, to share with friends. You're getting there. This is having enough for plenty of people. This is having enough to give to family and friends. This is abundance. 3 of Cups. You have all that you need and more. Also, options. Almost as like as soon as you release this like poverty mindset or this poverty consciousness, as soon as that cycle is complete and done and dead, it's fixed, abundance of options, choices. You want this cup, you want that cup, you want this one, you want that fruit. I don't know. What do you want? What are you into? You're going to be able to manage and handle a lot more than just one stream of focus is what I'm also getting. That you're going to be able to pour your love and pour this Knight of Cups energy into multiple things that are going to bring you abundance. You see how their crowns are like flourishing. It's going to bring you abundance. That's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful, because you deserve it. I'd feel that. The 7 of Wands was at the bottom of the deck. You fought for this, Virgos. You definitely did. Thank you. Yeah, let me put this here. You fought for that. Absolutely gorgeous reading, Virgos. Ooh, Aries season. Oh, you're about to be lit. Yes. Let me know. Even if you don't feel this coming, it's definitely in your vortex to be here for Aries season. So go ahead and claim it now in the comments. All right, claim that, breaking that cycle. That's amazing. Congratulations. All right, let's check in with the Crystal Angel Oracles. See who's here. Okay, they want me to shuffle it one more time. Wow. Okay. And one more. Thank you so much, ancestors, for this beautiful spread and this beautiful messages. All right. Citrine, unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Exactly. Yep. And that's exactly what you did. Isn't it such a beautiful card? Exactly what you did. You released the burden. You released this burden of the 5 of Pentacles. You gave it to God. And God was like, yep, you're done. Cool. 3 of Pentacles. Wow, 3 of Pentacles is out. 3 of Cups now, too. Any other angels here? Amber, give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. Wow. Again, more releasing. Yep, more releasing. That's interesting. So what I'm kind of getting about this is like, Virgos, you might have been worried, like, am I going to be in this forever? Especially with all that's going on. Like, am I going to have to go back to work and keep this keep this wheel running? Or am I going to be able to break off and do something that brings me more life? Like, that's kind of what I'm getting. A lot of my Virgos are starting to realize what actually feeds their soul as opposed to what they're actually just good at, right? And that's interesting. Give it to God. Give it to God. Any other angels here? Wow. Yeah, look at all this yellow. Solar plexus. Ruby. Okay, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. Okay? Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So parts of your heart, I think that's what you're reconciling with. You're going to heal parts of your heart that felt unrequited, right? Or that experienced unrequited love, and make the effort to heal that. Look at how, you ever wonder why I make the effort in this deck? It's children. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. always being guided back to ourselves, right? To heal those inner wounds so that they can reflect out. Beautiful. I love it. Any other crystal angels here for Virgos? Whoa, what's happening over there? Emerald, ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. Did I not say we wanted to celebrate? I felt that energy. Virgos, yeah, you're graduating from this lesson. You're graduating from a karmic cycle and moving. And I feel like this is a lot of, wow, yep, easy does it. Let yourself sparkle and shine. Your health and happiness and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. Yo, did I not say that? Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying that because of course, it's just, sometimes it's just so, it's so crazy how spirit works. But it, like I said, this shutdown, this quarantine, this release from work is showing you where you are needing to align, right? Yeah. Gentle approach to life and work. So like I said, maybe you were putting in that hard work. You've been sweating, going and going, but you're still unfulfilled. And it's like, what would fulfill you, Virgos, is something that is easier on you, where you're not working yourself to the bone. Okay? And then Opal, let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. Okay? So follow that passion. Like I said, follow whatever you want to reconcile with, whatever you feel you need to reconcile with. Yep, and be gentle with yourself, okay? All right, Virgos, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in again. If you're interested more in your cusp, if you're new to being a cusp, go ahead and check the description box below. There you can also find my email address for personal or private readings, okay? That's cuspofrosestarot@gmail.com. Go ahead and shoot me an email. We can talk about my prices and what I offer and go from there, okay? But thank you all so much for allowing me to connect with your energy. This is beautiful. Go ahead and claim it in the comment section. I'm telling you, you're going to want to break that cycle of poverty consciousness. That's beautiful. Okay, that's beautiful energy to start off this new astrological year with. Congratulations, Virgos, who are already there. And you will get there for those that are on their way, okay? And I will see you next season, Virgos. Namaste.